The Yobe state government has briefed journalists on the progress made on the State Education Appeal Funds Raising Committee aimed at improving the sector in the state. The state deputy governor, Ibrahim, who doubles as chairman of the Education Appeal Funds, said the state government is aware of the challenges facing the sector.
Welcome you all to this important briefing on the Yobe State Appeal Fund Raising Committee. As you may be aware, it is universally accepted that there is direct relationship between a country's development with its level of education. Since creation of Yobe State in 1991, successive administrations had made several efforts to develop the education sector with not very encouraging results. As we are grappling with the challenges facing education at all levels, the Boko Haram insurgency that is based on the heretical belief of prohibiting Western education, with its followers taking arms against the state, emerged. The insurgents unleashed their acts of terror on the whole society, with the education sector being the worst hit.
The deputy governor explained the rationale behind declaration of state of emergency on the education sector by Governor Mai Malabuni.
This was the reason behind declaration of the state of emergency on the education sector in the inaugural speech of His Excellency Honorable Malabuni, the Executive Governor of Yobe State, on the 29th May 2019. This was immediately followed by convening the Education Summit, constitution of Technical Committee for the Revitalization of Basic and Secondary Education, establishment of Education Council under the chairmanship of His Excellency the Executive Governor, splitting of the defined Ministry of Education into Ministry of Higher Education and Basic and Secondary Education to squarely address the problems of basic education, teacher training and retraining, among others.
It sheds more light on the significance of constructing modern schools across the 3 zones of the state.
In addition, we established 7 model and 7 mega schools across the state, renovated distressed school structures, including the complete renovation of GDSS Buniyadi, GGSS Bunigari, and the construction of additional hostels in female boarding schools across the state, procured over 85,000 relevant core subject textbooks and other instructional materials for distribution to both junior and senior secondary schools. We also sustain 100% payment of all external examination fees for WAEC, NECO, NAPTEC, and MBS, IS for all university students, in addition to prompt payment of our counterpart obligations in both national and multinational agencies funded programs. Over the years, the largest share of our annual budgetary allocation goes to the education sector.
The deputy governor reviewed plans of the state government to decongest classrooms in order to create conducive teaching atmosphere.
At present, most of our schools in the urban centers are overcrowded, with students ranging from 100 to 300 per class. There is reportedly a school with a population of over 20,000 students in the state, which is considered very high. To discongest the schools and make education more accessible to the people, there is the need to facilitate renovation of other existing schools, structures destroyed by the windstorm, and establish more schools, especially in the urban and semi-urban areas.
He also spoke on distribution of instructional materials to students who are less privileged.
In the same vein, modern instructional materials and other learning equipments, such as computers, science and technology, machine and tools are needed to ensure effective service delivery, especially to the girl child and people undergoing special education, such as the blind and other persons living with disabilities. We are also focusing on proper recruitment, welfare, training and training of teachers to motivate them for optimal results. Due to scarcity of resources and our ever-growing commitment to put the state in the most appropriate track of speedy and sustainable development, well blended with our material endowments, we therefore resolve that more funds should be sourced to achieve our objectives.
Gubana expressed satisfaction with the turnout of committed persons for the Education Appeal Fund exercise.
It is a matter of joy and encouragement to state that we have so far received great responses from the 17 local government areas of the state, with many of them surpassing their targets. The next stage of the fundraising activity is scheduled to take place on 10th of February 2022 at Ladi Kwali Hall, Sheraton Hotel and Towers, Abuja. The government intends to focus on the following. 1. Increasing access and equity in basic and secondary education through establishment of more schools, especially for the girl child and people living with disabilities, renovation of existing structures, and construction of more classrooms and other school buildings. 2. Recruitment, training and retraining, and improve welfare packages for the teachers. 3. Enhance monitoring and evaluation mechanism through adequate funding, provision and maintenance of operational vehicles, and training of quality assurance officers. 4. Provision of adequate teaching and learning materials, improve feeding, promotion of extracurricular activities, among others.
The Yobe state government is set to provide infrastructure and other facilities that will enable herders improve their source of livelihoods towards reducing clashes with farmers. Inspecting the facilities at Jakuksko Naseri Grazing Reserve, the State Commissioner for Agriculture, Mairo Amshi, said the project will not only be beneficiary to residents of the area, but to people outside the state. She urged the contractors to endeavor to meet these specifications as enshrined in the contract agreement.
This visit is to assess the level of work at the Jakuksko Naseri Grazing Reserve, which is meant for the herders, by providing infrastructure to improve their livelihood. And we've come with the contractors, the experts from different ministries, engineering consultants, environmental consultants are all on the team. We are able to see things for ourselves and make comments, discuss with the contractors on how to improve the structures. But thank God, most of the contractors have done wonderfully well. In addition to meeting with the contractors, the stakeholders or the community leaders who are here, we've discussed with them, and they are really appreciative of what the government is doing, and they are ready to cooperate to see that no structure is destroyed, and they prayed for successful completion of the project, which will subsequently be handed over to them.
The leader of Kwana Ala Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria expressed delight over the project, stressing that the state government has taken a wise decision which is capable of reducing clashes between farmers and herders.
The project related to herders that were given by the federal government and the Yobe state government to see how far the project have been going, how the project is been going, and we highly appreciate the way that the projects are now on the way of almost completion. So the contractors are working hard. So, and we highly appreciate the way the work is being done. So we want to thank the federal government and Yobe state government and the Honorable Commissioner of Agric for their continuous support to the Yobe state herders.